Okay, all right. Okay, so the recording started. So I think a very good afternoon to everyone who are present here for this particular session. So let me introduce myself. So my name is Chua. So you can call me just Chua. Okay, will do. Okay, so I am the coordinator for the professional development unit under the CAFL, and I will be moderating this particular session for the topic best practices for designing online courses. I think Unit 10 is actually going towards all our courses on micro credentials or MOOC. I think as academicians ourselves, we should be equipping ourselves on designing online courses because that is the trend already. We have to learn all these things. People at our age, we have to follow up with the new latest trends. And together with us today, we have Prof. Karim to share with us the best practices for designing our online courses, especially now when we have ODL for the MBA courses. Who knows, one day certain degree courses can be conducted on ODL already. So who knows? So I think it's best for us to learn these things way in advance and practice it ourselves. It's good for everyone also. So I think without further ado, let me pass this session to Prof. Okay, so Prof, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and good afternoon. Selamat sejahtera kepada semua sahabat-sahabat KFL. Okay, let me share the screen first. Okay. Actually, Dr. Chua, I toned down the title rather than best practices. I changed to good practices.
No problem,
Okay.
Prof. As long as we learn good things.
Yeah, good things, yeah. Good practices for designing online courses. And as usual, I'll be sharing the presentation. I will share the link to download the whole presentation. I have only about 50 slides. Okay. As Dr. Chua mentioned just now, Unit 10 is one of the agenda of Unit 10, according to our Vice Chancellor, Prof. Khairul, is to go big on micro-credential or online program, online courses, which can be micro-credential, or maybe also MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses, ODL, Open Distance Learning, blended learning. So all this actually either is full-blown online, so meaning the courses are online on online platform running on the LMS, Brighton, or any or we have also open learning platform for micro-credential. Whether it's full online program or it can be part of the conventional program, which is the blended learning. Okay, so blended learning, we have partly we have face-to-face, partly we have online, which is on Brighton. Okay, so in all these different whether it's fully online or partially online, we have to understand we have to have a very clear understanding of what does good online course looks like. What does good online course looks like? What are the characteristics that make an online course considered as good or better, outstanding, excellent? So these are the things that we need to know. We need to understand the what and then the how. how do we incorporate all these so-called good practices and good elements of online courses into our own course. Therefore, I feel everyone, all the academic staff here at Unit 10 actually should have some basic knowledge on this. So how do we get everyone to really exposed to this good practices of designing online courses? All right, that's a question that I will ask to Unit 10. Okay, so let's see whether today we can get more than 30, Dr. Chua, which is the average that we get in all our session, 30 participants.
Oh, let's pray.
Can we break the ceiling? Anyway, what I hope to achieve during this session is 3 outcomes. This first one, how do we establish pedagogically sound frameworks? So actually kan, when we use the term best practices, we have to keep in mind kan, what is best for me, not necessarily best for you. It's always contextual. What is applicable in my context, in my course, may not be applicable in Dr. Chua's course. You are teaching engineering. I teach technology-based course. Another person, one IU, for example, teaching management-based courses, accounting, whatever. So different courses, different contexts, different approach. We need different approach. So what is best for me in terms of certain innovation, certain teaching approaches that I use in my class, in my course design, may not be best for you. There is one. Another one, when we use the term best practices, best here means is always based on research evidence, meaning that there are many research publications available or research work that have been done to prove that particular technique, that particular approach work effectively. So we can find from research, from educational research publication to see which one really work, which one really very impactful. But again, I always caution people that even though the research have shown that something work generally, but we have to, when we use it in our classroom, we have to do our own kind of research, action research, we call it, to establish that it really work for us. Okay, so when something has been shown to work, usually it is based on sound pedagogical principles, sound adult learning principles. Okay, there are certain models that we can use in the context of online. I will share with you 2 models, which is I would say the common one that we can use to guide us in developing the online courses that will have the so-called best practices, good practices, or the good elements. If we follow this framework or the model, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So establish pedagogically sound frameworks such as Gilly Salmon's 5-stage model or community of inquiry framework, COI. These 2 model we can base it on these 2 models to design our online courses. Second outcome, I will share with you create learning activities. You should be able to create learning activities that foster cognitive engagement. So whatever we do when we design our course, whether it's online or face-to-face, the bottom line is always we want to engage the students cognitively. We want them to develop the critical thinking ability, critical thinking skill, problem solving. But cognitive engagement also, other than cognitive engagement, we need to look at other type of engagement such as behavioral engagement and emotional engagement as well. So we want to foster collaborative learning, interaction to ensure a meaningful and immersive learning experience. Then the third outcome is should be able to break down content into manageable segments, effectively use synchronous and asynchronous tools. Because in online, when we deliver online course, or when you teach online, you can do it synchronously, like what we are doing now. I'm talking to you live. You can ask me questions directly. Or asynchronous, meaning that we have the course on the platform, whether it's on Brighton or on Open Learning. Then we design it in such a way that the students can learn on their own, self-learning. And therefore, when we design the course, online course for asynchronous, we can apply the self-instructional material design, SIM, yeah, the elements of SIM. Incorporate that in designing our online course, because we are not there to sit by their side to correct them, to explain to them. So we must design the online course asynchronous for asynchronous delivery, in such a way that the students can learn independently. Okay, so these are the three learning outcomes. If you have any question, you can unmute the microphone anytime. Yeah, you can interject and just ask the questions directly. Okay, or you can also post in the chat. But I'm not looking at the chat, so if I can get Dr. Chua to help me to read any question, just interject, Dr. Chua.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Don't wait until the end, Okay, all right. So before we go further, I want to go through some online courses, and then we look at some of the characteristics. Then I will come back to the slide, and then we can put together what we have seen in those courses in terms of the so-called best practices or the good practices. Okay, so let us keep this question in our mind. What does it take to develop good online courses? Please bear in mind, when we talk about online courses, some of the things that we discuss about the best practices are also equally applicable for designing the face-to-face conventional courses. Okay. So first, it's our first learning outcome just now is about using certain pedagogically sound framework or model that would help us or guide us in developing the course, the online course. Yeah. So at this point, let me skip this because I want to jump to the website. Okay. Now I will take you through 2 or 3 courses already available online, so that I can show you what are the so-called elements of best practices or good practices that we need to have in our online course. So when we go into online course to the platform, the first thing that that we see is actually the so-called landing page. Okay, so this example of our own online course by Dr. Anissa, Dr. Ungku Anissa, and a few others. Sumber tenaga dan peralihan untuk kelestarian. In fact, best practices start from the title of the course. You know, the title of the course must be every word counts, every word matters in the title. Most people actually overlook this part. They don't give a second thought about what would be the best title, course title that really capture the attention of the prospective students, prospective learners. Something very captivating that will capture the attention, that people will read twice before they click to go to another page. Just like when if you watch video on TikTok, sometimes you just scroll until you get to one video that really attract your attention. There must be something there, Okay, so sumber tenaga dan peralihan untuk kelestarian. Every word matters, every word counts. Very descriptive, very self-explanatory. That is one. Okay. Then, what are the typical characteristics of online landing page of good online course? So, for example, preferably you want to have a video, and preferably you want to have your face in the video. That would be best. But otherwise, at least a video, very short, like 1 minute or 2 minutes video, fast and furious kind of video, very dynamic, fast movement, fast motion, well done, well designed, to explain about what the course is about at a glance. Okay, let me just play very quickly.
Hello semua. Hari ini kita akan membincangkan.
That's the voice. Can you hear the audio in the video? The Chua?
Topik yang sangat penting untuk masa depan
Yes, I can hear.
Can hear the audio, eh?
Yeah, can.
Oh, okay.
Kita akan bercakap tentang tenaga, tetapi bukan sekadar tenaga biasa.
Okay, I just pause there. The voice is actually the voice of Dr. Tengku Anissa. She didn't. You can see that she's not. She doesn't appear. We don't see her in the video here, but at least we can hear the voice. So that's some personalization and humanizing part. The so-called humanizing the course. Also, some of the elements in the best practices or good practices, the personalization, listening to the voice, or at least, or better to see the face of the instructor. Okay, that's one. Then you notice that in this video, there's a subtitle. And this is also a good practice because especially in video, we encourage to have the subtitle or even the transcript somewhere below. The student can click and read the transcript or even download the transcript. This is good because we want to go for inclusiveness. SDG 4 is about inclusiveness. So we must consider when we design our online course, those students that are not having a learning ability, learning disability, learning handicap. For example, those with impaired vision, impaired hearing. So if they cannot hear, then they can read the subtitle. These are the small things, part of the so-called best practices when we design our online course. Let's play this video.
Kita akan beralih fokus daripada sumber tenaga tidak boleh baharu kepada sumber tenaga boleh baharu. Jadi mengapa peralihan ini begitu penting? Sumber tenaga tidak boleh baharu seperti arang batu, minyak dan gas asli telah menjadi pilihan utama kita selama berabad-abad. Ia telah menyalakan rumah kita dan menggerakkan segala-galanya daripada kenderaan kita.
So this 2.27 minutes video, well designed, the script is well done. Basically, if the prospective student watch the whole video, this video basically describes the essence, intipati, or the gist of the course. And then below the video, short sentence, what we call blurb, B-L-U-R-B, a blurb, which again must be written using a copywriting technique, meaning that this is kind of advertisement, a promotion. This is kind of do or die, meaning that the way we write it must really describe the essence, the intipati of what the course is about. This is actually selling, selling the course. And then the synopsis is actually the expanded version of this blurb, with the bold. These are the small things, but all these actually really make a difference whether the students will be interested to follow your course, and in this case, paying for the course. In this case, the answer is free. Yeah. Okay. So this is a landing page and good example of landing page. So what will you learn? Course outcome. Well, spell out very clearly. Menjelaskan jenis-jenis sumber tenaga. Menghuraikan sebab-sebab untuk peralihan tenaga. Everything must be well thought. Yeah. Everything must be well thought. And okay, now let me show you another example. Okay, this one inside. Okay, I want to explain about the landing page first. Yeah, the front page, the very first page that the students will see. This already inside. Let me show you another example. Okay, this is my own online course. I don't have a video here, so this is less than ideal. But at least I have an image. Okay. Then okay, before that, on the left, on the right hand side, these are some information about the course. Okay, this is free. This is actually MOOC, Massive Open Online Course on USM platform. I did this many years ago. Okay, in 2014 or 2015, I made this course. There's a certificate offered. The same thing here. Okay, I don't have a video, but I have the blurb, making online learning very engaging and effective, very short one-liner, and then the description. Okay, and then there's information about the certification here. What will you learn? These are the learning outcome. And the difference between Dr. Anisa's landing page just now, there's no, on the front page here, there is no course map. Yeah, but in this example, I have a course roadmap on the first page, on the very first page, before the student actually enroll in the course. So if I need to pay for this course, let's say 100 ringgit, I need all this kind of information as much as I can to help me making a decision whether I should invest or not in this course. So in this case, I provide the course roadmap. Then the prospective student now would know, oh, okay, there are 4 topics, or there are, X number of unit in each topic, what are to be covered. Other than reading the synopsis here, I can see here, oh, okay, these are the topics. It seems like very interesting, and I decide to join. Okay. There's a second example of landing page. Let me show you the third example here. This is also my course on the platform called Udemy. Look at the title, DIY Rapid Video Creation for Everyone and Every Purpose. It's quite mouthful, quite long. But the reason because I want to make it very descriptive. DIY. Okay. This is a course to make a video. DIY style. Do it yourself. Okay, this is good. Rapid. This course will explain about a quick, rapid method to create a video. Must be, a very easy way to do it. For everyone, meaning that this is not for technical people only. Everyone can learn about making video. For every purpose, whether you want to create video for fun, for entertainment, or for serious stuff, teaching video, training video, and so on. Then this is the blurb. Create a stunning, professional-looking teaching video, vibrant video story, and video animation on the fly. Purposely designed in such a way to attract attention of the prospective students. I have 572 students on this. I charge 80 ringgit for this course, currently on sale. Okay. And these are the very specific learning objective because these are about tools, using tools, yeah. And this particular course is only video based. So you can see video only. Okay. Let me show you another example of landing page using Google Site to create teaching or training. Using Google Site to create a teaching or training module. Look at the title, very descriptive. What application that I teach here? Google Site. For what? To create teaching or training module. So again, the blurb, create a teaching and training module on the fly again at the 11th hour, meaning that if you learn how to use Google Site to create your teaching module or training module, meaning that you can create your teaching, you can prepare even in the last minute. So don't you think this is something interesting? If you don't know anything about Google Site, okay, then let's pay 50 ringgit and join this course. Currently, I have 120 students, rating 4.5. Not bad, eh? Okay. I'm boosting myself here. Then this is course information. 1.5 hours on demand video, access on mobile TV, full-time access, and certificate provided. And these are the lesson. Okay. 3 section, 16 lectures. And I have an introductory video here. You get invited to conduct a training session, but this is a new training session for you. And you are thinking, I don't have the training module for this one yet. Fret not, we have Google Sites. Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Karim Alias. I'm your instructor for this course using Google Sites to create teaching modules on the fly. Yes, I really mean it, on the fly, because you can use Google Sites so fast, so easy, so quick to create your teaching or training module. I'm not exaggerating, believe me. Google Sites is really hub or digital learning pad created like this and many more. I'm a big fan of Google Sites. Over the years, I have created many teaching and training modules using Google Sites like this, like this, like this, and many more. So what are you waiting for? Let's dive in and learn how to use Google. What are you waiting for? Let's dive in. So that's call to action, CTA. At the end of the video, there's always CTA, call to action. Okay. So this course, I have a video with my face. But this course, I don't have a video, but I create a kind of video montage. Let's take a look. So how do I create this video? Yeah, how did Dr. Anissa create this video? Do we pay someone to do it for us? No, we don't. We don't pay outsiders or anyone to do the video for us. It's expensive. It's not sustainable. Yeah, but we can learn. We can learn. That's what CAFEL is doing, providing training for everyone to create their own content for their online courses. We hope to achieve this. We hope 400 academic staff of Unit 10 can create their own content, create their own video, create their own podcast, create their own infographic, create everything on their own, DIY. Do it yourself. It is possible. And it has become easier and easier now with AI. This video
Hinggalah ke industri.
actually 100% done by AI.
Sumber tenaga tidak boleh baharu ada.
Okay, so Dr. Anissa just recorded the audio. Then we use AI to convert the video into the video. The rest will be done by AI. The AI or the tool or the application, the app, will choose the relevant videos, then create the subtitle, everything else done by AI. Okay, all right, so there's a landing page. Now, suppose the student or the prospective student now very happy, they understand what the course is about, and they decided now it's interesting enough for them, they decided to join. So when they join, they will go inside. So let's look at how it looks inside. So this is the inside of this course. And when the students get inside the course, the first page will be the home page. This page is called a landing page. This page is called a home page. Okay. So we can see the first thing on the top here is the banner. Nicely designed by CAFEL, by Azmira, I think, or by Ain, I don't know. Okay, Sumber Tenaga dan Pelatihan untuk Kelestarian. So nice title with our logo and so on. MC here is my credential, yeah. Then we have the menu on the left. I'm logging actually as course administrator, so I can see this part. But otherwise, students will only see home, announcement, learning activities, course feed, groups, gallery, and search. The rest only course administrator can see. Yeah? So as you can see here on the landing page, the menu on the left hand side and the content is on the right. Then we can we have a very nice image to relevant to the course. This is about energy and sustainability. So the picture here, the image here is a solar panel. Okay. Then welcoming the students. Selamat datang semua. Kami amat gembira. Ya, always gembira lah. Anda menyertai kami dalam pengalaman. So apa yang menanti Anda? So basically these are the some explanation about to the new students what to expect in the course. So what are waiting for them in this course? So mulanya kita akan mengenali sumber tenaga tidak boleh baharu. Kemudian seterusnya akhir sekali, very nice way the way Dr. Ungku Anissa put this together. Mulanya kita akan buat apa? Kemudian kita akan buat apa? Seterusnya kita akan buat apa? Akhir sekali apa? Okay, very nicely done. Then we have a new student come from all over the places. So we must have some form of navigation guide. How do they navigate this course? We cannot assume, we cannot take for granted that everyone understand how to navigate online course. And of course, we must have this hasil pembelajaran module, a learning outcome. Then more information about the module. Okay. And nicely presented in the form of graphic instead of just text running from left to right, text. But in this case, Dr. Anissa has put some effort to make it more presentable, more visual, easier to see, easier to understand. Unit 1, Unit 2, and some image to spice up. Then, because it is an online course, we must tell the student the do's and the don'ts. Okay, the adab, the netiquette, so-called netiquette. And then introduce the instructors, the facilitators. Nicely presented, design in Canva here. Yeah, Dr. Ungku Anissa and others. Then the student can see the face. They hear the voice just now. They can see one of them. They can see the faces. At least, the least we can do. At least, the least we can do is to introduce in the form of image here and some brief biodata here. This is the banner to show, the who involved in this. Then a place for them to maybe introduce themselves. Okay. This is a home page. Then there's an announcement. This is a place where we always constantly communicate with the student. Up to date, we update any things here. And the core of the content will be here in learning activities. So as you can see here, there are only 2 units. Okay, sumber tenaga tidak boleh baharu dan peralihan tenaga, sumber tenaga boleh baharu. Under each unit, or maybe we can say this one, the module or the section 1, section 2, or unit 1, unit 2. Then if you call this unit, then you have a sub-unit here, which is the lesson. Then we have 5 lesson here. Okay. Where is the ice breaking? I thought I saw the ice breaking, or not. There's no ice breaking here. Okay, there's no ice breaking here. Oh, it's missing. Okay, anyway, so we have 3 lesson in unit 1. 5 lesson in unit 1. We have 6 lesson in unit 2. Okay, so that's how it is structured. Let's look at my course, Peluang Kerjaya dalam Tenaga Lestari. Okay, I'm already inside the course. I didn't show you the landing page, but it's similar to Dr. Anissa's one. So this is inside the course. So as you can see, there's a difference in the way Dr. Anissa designed the course here.
Prof,
Yes,
Ungku Anissa says that the ice breaking is in the unit 1.
Oh, Dr. Anissa ada kat sini ke?
Yes.
Saya masuk lambat, Prof.
So, tak apa, saya share your course, Dr. Anissa.
Thank you, Prof.
You have done a great job. Kat mana dia punya ice breaking?
It's
in
Unit 1.
1, Topic 1.
Tenaga tidak boleh baharu.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think,
okay.
yeah, rasanya dalam tu.
Okay. Actually, it's better to take it out as separate. So, tak apa. Sebab yang ni the first unit. The first unit yang akan dia lihat kan. Okay. Sumber tenaga tidak boleh baharu. Nicely presented. So, Dr. Anissa has put a lot of effort within a very short time. Very commendable effort. Then, another good element or good so-called good practices, the way we design the content, the way we present the content, we want to make it more very attractive, very captivating, visually attractive. So when there's a relevant image that we can use, rather than let the text to run from left to right like this. So it's good to have like the text on the left here or on the right, then a small image on the other side like this. So it looks nice. Then the reader can read only this portion rather than their eyes running from left to right. It can be tiring if there's a lot of things to read. Yeah. So then when you want to highlight certain points, key concepts, any important things, then you can box out. We call it box out. You can box it out like this, and not only boxing out, just like Dr. Anissa have done here, you can also highlight with bold, with colors. You can use red color, whatever that you think appropriate with that goes along with the design, overall design of the course. And this will kind of direct the reader's eyes to the important thing. Okay. Then you have the rest of the text here. Here is the ice breaking. Okay. Ice breaking. Because these are new students, the first time they come to your course. And keep in mind, if you are offering this course to the public, the students can come from all over the places, can come also from international students as well. So the first thing that you want to do is to get them to know each other, to get them know you, and you know them. So this is what when I explain about the framework or the model shortly, and I go back to the slides, I will talk about community of inquiry. In this community of inquiry, there are 3 elements. So one is, we call it teaching presence. Then we have social presence. Then we have we have cognitive presence, 3 presences. And social presence is about the people. How do we get the people to kind of socialize, to have interaction, to communicate? Because before they are able to work together, to collaborate, to cooperate, they must be able first to communicate and then to form a community. So they must be able to connect with each other. C, the first C, connect. Then the second C, communicate. Connect, communicate. Then only they can collaborate. Then only the students in your course form another C, which is the community. That's the reason the framework is called community of inquiry. I will explain about the inquiry part, but the community means any group of students you have is a community. But the community cannot exist without the people able to connect with each other, without the people able to communicate, without the people collaborate with each other, working together. And therefore, we call it social presence. One of the things that we can do in social presence, to have a social presence, is getting the students to know each other, which is breaking the ice with energy. Wow, I like the way Dr. Anissa very creative. Breaking the ice with energy, because the course is about energy. Ya, ini kalau masuk pertandingan ni boleh menang ni course ni. Then the box out. Sebelum kita meneroka lebih lanjut mengenai sumber tenaga, mari kita berkenalan. Mari kita berkenalan antara satu sama lain. Ini apa yang anda perlu lakukan. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's an image here. Hi. Very cheerful face here to say hi. So can you imagine when I come to this kind of course, very warm welcome, very well structured, well designed, visually attractive. Don't you think that I will be engaged in this course? Yeah, you are looking at a course that have elements of best practices or good practices. Okay, sekarang mari jadikan aktiviti ini lebih menarik. Tengok tu, kan? Ini student dah post kat sini ni. Okay. Daripada aktiviti di atas, ada pula kesimpulan. There's a conclusion of the activity. Bahawa pada masa kini kehidupan kita dikuasakan oleh sumber tenaga, and very nice graphic. And this one is an interactive graphic. We are talking also now about more elements of best practices here in terms of content. One, content, interactive content. In terms of presentation, how the image is nicely done. Okay, these are interactive graphic. And again, well done, Dr. Anissa. You do this on your own. Yeah, commendable. Commendable. Okay, jenis-jenis sumber tenaga tidak boleh diperbarui dan sebagainya. Okay, then the interaction, the students introduce themselves here. Hi, Dr. Anissa. I'm Karim from where? From Unit 10.
From
Okay.
Careful.
Careful. Yeah, something like that, and hopefully more, but I can attach a file here, then I can post. Then best practices. We are talking about best practices here. I would expect Dr. Anissa can reply to me. That's where the interaction comes in. Social presence. Another element of social presence is the interaction between the instructor and the students. And we should also encourage other students to interact with their coursemate. So we say, okay, at least please respond to at least 3 of your posting, 3 of your friends posting, something like that. Yeah, you must tell them specifically to do this. We can see Dr. Azma here. Yeah, you can see Dr. Azma here also. Okay, right. Okay, all right. So that's ice breaking. If I come back here, then if I go to, let's say, another unit here. Okay, let's see what are the other elements that we have. Again, we have title here, then we have the content, we have the image, the relevant image, nicely blended together. Then we have another content here. Again, another interactive content here using Genially, another box out information. Then we have a video. Okay, you can see how the content is actually arranged nicely, one after another, well connected, very cohesive, coherent.
Black or dark brown combustible rock made primarily of carbon.
So this is actually an animated video. Yeah, animated video to illustrate the point presented above. Then move, this another content in the form of image, another interactive content. Wow, nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's take a quick look at my course here. I have a small banner here. Selamat datang ke modul Peluang Kerjaya. Okay, then I have a bold text here. Mulakan dengan menonton. So, mulakan dengan menonton video ini. So, I have a video again done by AI. That sounds like Dr. Anisa's voice, but it's actually an AI voice. For a moment, I thought it was Dr. Anisa's voice, but it's actually the AI voice. Huh? Okay, and then I have the also subtitle here, and this video was actually made by AI. Then I have kind of graphic here. I have the text. I have another image here. I just want to find other way, an interesting way to present the content or to set the scene for this course. So the scene here, a conversation between two friends here about Peluang Kerjaya, okay, in the form of kind of comic kind of thing, which again done by using AI. Last time without AI, I don't think I will do this kind of thing because it's just too hard to do it and time consuming. But with AI, we can do it. Then mari kita mulakan langkah pertama. Mari kita mulakan langkah pertama. Then I find a suitable icon to illustrate that langkah, steps forward, moving forward. Then hasil pembelajaran, panduan navigasi, maklumat modul. Then just like Dr. Anisa just now, dalam modul ini, I basically summarize the content of the module graphically. This is actually just a PowerPoint. nothing special here. Just this Canva, I think Canva presentation. I can notice, I can recognize Canva because of this particular design here. Yeah. Then the student can see easily there are 2 units and there are 2, 4, 6, 7 lesson. Actually 6 lesson. This one is just ringkasan module. Then again same. 7 adab pembelajaran dalam talian. Then I have introduction. Introduce myself here. Some information about the course instructor. Okay. Now let's look at the ice breaking part. Where is my ice breaking? My ice breaking is here. Oh, basically I have two unit again, same. So I have the first one, pengenalan kepada tenaga lestari. So this is actually the ice breaking. I put it separately. And then there's also some introduction overview about the course. Let's see how I do the introduction. The ice breaking. I have a small banner here. So I have a big banner here and I have a small banner for each section. This is part of the good practices. You want to spice up, embellish, make your course more visually interesting. Okay. Then again, I box out the text here. Selamat datang ke modul kami. Okay. Then text. Then mari kita cipta persona wira anda. Because there are many creative way of doing this ice breaking. So I choose to kind of have a game, kind of play a game, get the learners, the students, the new student to play a game. They take a persona or they take a role player as Wira, the warrior, the energy warrior. Okay, so reka persona Wira tenaga lestari anda. Nama Wira, apakah nama Wira anda? Okay, apa kuasa yang dia ada? We talk about energy kan, kuasa. Penyataan misi. Jelmakan wira anda. So I ask the learner to use AI. I tell them which tool to use. Even I give them example of prompt that they can use. to create their persona, their superhero. Okay, so this kind of interesting, hopefully, because the target group for this course is actually for school students, high school students, age between 15 to 18. That's the reason why I choose this kind of ice breaking. If your course is for ODL, let's say you teach ODL, you design ODL course for adult learners, matured students. Do you think this kind of ice breaking suitable? Maybe not. Maybe you can think of something fun, but suitable for that level of student. That's why the target group is important to keep in mind when you design the course, when you design the activities, when you design the ice breaking, everything. Always keep the students in mind. Who are they? The level of maturity, experience, and so on. So maybe this kind of ice breaking maybe not suitable, but this one is for high school student. Then I think this is quite fun for them. Yeah. And these days, very easy. You can ask ChatGPT, okay, I'm designing ice breaking for adult learners for ODL course. Describe the student's age and so on, background. Then please suggest 5 ice breaking activities appropriate for this group. If you ChatGPT will ask many, if you ask 5, you get 5, and then you can design it. Okay. Then I get some introduction already. Okay, this is a superhero. So you can see here, from who? Nur Effendi, I don't know who. Sustainable superhero. Nice, right? At least Dr. Atika. Oh yeah, this one from Brunei. Hello, is my Alzia want to try the community feature? Okay, right? Then, okay, another still in the ice breaking. Katakan hello. I made a banner like this one in Canva. Katakan hello, say hello. Okay, and I asked them to create ID, free student ID. So I give them this website. Then these are the information that I want them to add. I give them even example. So everything that we do, many things that we do in the course, especially in online, try to model it first. Show them how it looks like. Our own, our own thing, the way we do it. So I show my ID to show them how it looks like, and then they can design it. So let's see. Yeah, I get some ID here. Yeah. This was my steno. I didn't know that she enrolled in this course. This one, my steno last time, yeah, Sarah. Yeah, okay, nice. I must WhatsApp her after this. Okay, KK Chow, I don't know. Yeah, so these are his ID. These are the kind of fun activities that actually warm the student up, warm up them, to warm them up to the course, getting to know each other, connect with each other. So these are the so-called part of social presence in the community of inquiry framework for designing good online course. Okay. All right. I think at this point, let's take 5 minutes break. We have about 1 hour to go. So let's take a 5 minutes break, boleh Dr. Chua?
Yes, Prof. Can.
Okay, so we come back here around 3:37, around that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Shall we proceed to the Chua?
Yes, Prof. I was
Okay.
about to call you just now.
Let's resume. Okay. Let me show you another course, another example. How, in terms of social presence, how do we get students to connect, to communicate, to know each other, and form a good community? Yeah. Is through the first thing is through ice breaking. We don't take this lightly. Yeah? We must design the ice breaking properly, purposefully. So this is another example. Hey, I'm Karim. Nice to meet you here. The fact that you have landed on this page means you are ready to embark on a new journey with me and fellow learners. If you are passionate and motivated to create and deliver a memorable learning experience for your students, this course is designed for you. Say hello. Then I have a picture here. Say hello. So what to do first? Setting up your profile page. I ask the student to make sure that they do their profile properly, their name and so on, their profile picture, everything. And I show them how to do it. Screenshot here. Then I ask them, this is another way of getting the student to introduce even better using this video introduction, using what do you call this application. So if I click this, apa nama dia? Flips. Yeah, Flip. Yeah, Flip. So this is how, how the step, how to use. This is called a Flip. Yeah, Flip. The Flip app can use for free. So they can click this and take it. Oh, link broken. Kena betulkan ni. All right. And then another method of ice breaking, same one, create ID, briefly about me, and then my web presence. So you can see the student introduce themselves here. Nice. Okay, that's one. Let me show you another course. Not this one. This course, I designed this for ICAP. Yeah. So you can see here, this is a home page, basically home page. There are 5 course developers here. And nice to meet you. So this is where the ice breaking is. Tak kenal maka tak cinta. Yes, it's nice to hear a little bit about you. Please introduce yourself on Padlet. Another way of introduction. Okay, nice. Can embed in the course or student can go to Padlet webpage. Okay. So let me switch back to the PowerPoint. Yeah. So we have seen actually some elements of so-called best practices, the elements that you need to have when you design your online course. Now, this is the so-called the framework. If you are serious about creating very good online course, engaging, well-designed, visually attractive, then you want to study more, learn more about this so-called framework, community of inquiry. If you are teaching ODL, if you are ODL instructors, this is compulsory. If you don't learn this, then chances are your online course might not have all the good practices, the good elements or the best practices. So The community in this framework, the word community basically refers to the students. So all the students in our course, they must form a community. But a good community and not so good community. A good community where the people are working together very closely. They know each other. They know their neighbors. They are not only neighbors next door, but the neighbors at the end of the housing area. Maybe I'm also guilty of this. I don't know everyone in my housing area. At least a few doors next on the left or the right, yes. But when we talk about students in the class, in our class, online or physical, they should know each other very well. Okay, so this is where the community comes in the community of framework. How do we establish good community? This is where we call it social presence. Yeah, social presence. Meaning that in social presence, students are engaged. Students are working together. They support each other. Okay, so then the other one is cognitive presence. Cognitive presence, basically, how do we design the course in such a way, the learning activities, the learning assessment, everything would engage our students cognitively. Cognitive means we engage them, we engage their brain. We get them to think. We get them to develop their critical thinking, problem solving. Cognitive presence means what kind of activities and assessment that you have in your course and how many. So the types, the number, the quality, the level of cognitive engagement. All this come under cognitive presence. But how do we design for social presence? How do we design for cognitive presence? This is where teaching presence is. Teaching presence simply means you, as instructor, intentionally and purposefully design or incorporate the elements of best practices and good practices into the course. You design for social presence. You design for cognitive presence. You design for how the students would be given feedback. How do you give feedback to the students? How the students would give feedback to you? How do the students interact with each other? How do they do this, do that in the course? This is what teaching presence is. Teaching presence also means that you are there to provide assistance, although this is asynchronous, but you can also provide support asynchronously, by answering their questions and so on when you have time. So this cognitive community of inquiry. The other model, we can choose this one or we can choose this one. I would prefer this one, but you can also study about Gilly Salmons. There are a lot of overlapping elements here. The way this model works, the model actually divides the course design into 5 elements: access and motivation, online socialization, which is similar to social presence, information exchange, peer sharing of learning resources. So these are part of the learning activities. Knowledge construction. This is similar to cognitive presence in community of inquiry. And support development. How do we provide feedback and so on. So this is so-called Gilly Salmon's 5-stage model. You can watch the YouTube, find some information on this, or you can Google also to read more about Gilly Salmon's 5-stage model. Both this community of inquiry and Gilly Salmon, either one, basically allows you to systematically design your online course using a proper pedagogical principles, sound pedagogical principles. Yeah, because when we talk about online socialization, this is actually related to motivation, you know. So motivation is one of the adult learning principles. So it's always related to the theory and the pedagogical theory. Yeah. So let's look at some of these so-called best practices or good practices. It goes without saying that we should spend time to really think about the planning. So good online course is well thought, very thoughtful kind of planning involved, systematic, and not only systematic but very meticulous. Pay attention to details. So, example, this was my course on Schoology platform. Okay, it doesn't matter what platform, but the main thing is the elements. How do we organize all these different elements in terms of the structure, in terms of the flow? So you can see here, title of the course. Then I have one folder here for course information. So the students will know where they want to find about the syllabus, where they want to find information about the coursework, when they have to submit everything. Everything is here. They don't have to ask anymore. They don't have to find, go here and there. Everything for the one semester work, one semester course, all the information needed can be found in course information. Then I have a weekly lesson plan for 14 weeks. Student can see very clearly what every lessons would involve, because details of the weekly lesson plan is given here. Then topics, what are the topics to be covered? Then I have pre-lesson activity. I inform the student in the first week of the class that my class is using flipped classroom model, which means that they have to prepare before they come to the class. This is what I call it pre-lesson activity or pre-class activity. All the pre-lesson are here. The 14 weeks pre-lessons already here. I don't have to tell them every week, because I tell you once, don't let me repeat this, because if you want me to treat you as adult students, adult learners, you must behave like one. That's almost the exact word that I use in the class. So I take it very seriously. You must also take it seriously. It takes two to tango. So we just use words to show our seriousness. We don't have to shout. We don't have to, make faces, buat muka garang, and so on. Doesn't work. But we say it in a way that we are serious about it. Then we want you also to be serious about your learning. Take the ownership, take the responsibility. Then I'll be here to help you. So I have all the relevant learning resources in this folder. They don't have to ask me anymore for anything, because it's already here, and more than what they need. All the assignment, all the assessment, everything, even the rubric I provide for them, I put it in the red folder here so that they don't miss. If they said they don't know, they miss, then we know that they just give excuses. So when we talk about systematic and meticulous planning, these are the things. This is for how it looks like in this platform called Schoology. But if you use Open Learning, if you use Brighton, it's same way. It's just the way the layout and the presentation is different, but the elements. We are talking about what are the elements. Okay. Any question here?
So far,
No?
none.
None, yeah? Okay. Now, so that's one of the best practices or good practices, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Hari semakin redup. Hati pun semakin mendung. Okay. I don't know whether you can see me. I don't turn on the light. But it's okay. Yang penting slide ni, ya. Now, second one here, communicate. Remember, when we talk about community, C, the big C, community, then we must have students to be able to connect. When they connect, they can communicate. Or they communicate and connect. Doesn't matter which one first. But they must communicate. Communication is vital, is essential. So, in the first class, or the way when you put it on the home page for the online course, you must communicate your expectation clearly. Set your expectation clearly. That will become the reference for the students. This is what I expect from you. Nothing less. Can be more, but nothing less. So, don't blame me saying that I don't communicate my expectation, because I'm telling you now. So, if you take it seriously, you can see how long I write in my online course here. Welcome note. Hello, everyone. Let me wish you a warm welcome to this course. It is always my intention to explore student-centered learning. Mind you, this is before the ChatGPT era, meaning that whatever I wrote here, come right from my head. Okay, original. So, always my intention to explore student-centered learning approach to inculcate independent learning skill to my students. You may find that my approach in teaching the course is different and perhaps unconventional. So I'm telling them, set the expectation that I am different. I'm meeting this student in the third semester. No, for this particular course, I'm not really sure. The third semester or the fifth semester. So they have gone through several courses and other lecturers. Now they come and they see me for the first time. So I want to tell them, this is my approach. I set the expectation here. So I tell them that my role is to nurture you and so on. I strongly believe that you should use the opportunity. Oh, this is in the 4th year. Oh, in the 6th semester, I think 7th semester. Okay. Remember this learning minimum. So all this, I'm not going to read this. Is basically, so I put a last one here. Your support, the success of this venture very much depend on your support and participation. Repeat in capital letters, your support and participation. On my side, I will give my full commitment. There is my commitment. I'm giving them the commitment. I'm giving them my words to guide you through the exciting journey to learn more about the importance of physical. Let's begin the exciting journey, shall we? Yeah. So
Yep.
that is setting the expectation.
Prof, I have
Yes.
one question I want to ask.
Ada
Okay,
soalan ya. Silakan.
From what you just shared, it come into my mind suddenly. There's this thing called directed self-learning and self-directed learning.
Yep.
Which one is more suitable for undergraduates?
Ideally, I would say self-directed, because we want them to be independent learners. We want them to be able to take charge of their own learning, and we guide them. We play the role to guide them. So self-directed and self-regulated learners are very independent and very highly motivated. And if you tell them to do one thing, they will deliver 10, something like that. They will do more. They will do more than the bare minimum. So that's the reason why, if you look at somewhere here, I ask them to be, independent learners. I encourage them to be independent learners. And then I say, okay, my role here, I'm trying to look for where I said my role here is to guide you, to facilitate, and so on. Yeah. I hope that answers Dr. Chua's question. Ada lagi soalan? I dengar macam ada lagi soalan tadi tu.
Ada, Prof. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Ini Puan Ayu ya?
Ya, saya.
Silakan Puan Ayu.
Yang Prof share ni kan, kan dalam bentuk naratif, kalau ikut Prof punya pandangan lah, should we like make it in the point form satu, and is it like we need to repeat this during class masa kita jumpa student ke, atau we make it live ke?
Yeah, satu sama ada point form and so on. There's just a presentation. Then you can find many ways of making things clear. But the gist is the main thing is, what are the main points that you want them to? How do you set expectation though? It can be just in the narrative form. It can be in many other forms. But the main thing here is, how do you set the expectation very clearly, very explicitly to the student?
I see.
And then, and then along the way, when you see them kind of drifting, kadang-kadang dia hanyut juga kan. So you can always remind them again. Sometimes they can drift as well lah.
Dia boleh ke laut. Alright, thank you, Prof.
Tapi ini kan, this kind of setting the expectation, many people actually overlook this part, thinking that tak penting lah semua ni kan. They just jump in, start the course, get into the content, and try to get the course done within 14 weeks. It's a mistake. To me, it's a mistake. A proper way of doing this. And when we talk about best practices in online course, you must have somewhere setting the expectation very clearly to the students. Of course, the are there, but how do you approach? What are your strategies? How do you expect students to reciprocate, to kind of interact, to participate, how active, things like that. So if in the class, usually kalau ada kelas kan, usually I have a slide. It takes two to tango. Just telling them, if I'm the one who are very enthusiastic, but you are not showing the same enthusiasm, there is no reciprocation, then I'm just a human being. You will see me sooner or later lose that motivation, and then don't blame me for that. So it takes two to tango. You must also play your role equally, if not more, something like that. Okay, any more questions? I think there's a good actually point to elaborate and deliberate. If I welcome question on this. Otherwise, I will continue. We have about half an hour to go. No, otherwise, okay. Let me continue. Next is actually, then we go into the how do you provide content. Okay. Content, remember ya, kita sometimes kita rasa berapa banyak content yang perlu kita masukkan ya. When you have learned, like Puan Ayu kan, you're very good with technology and so on, like myself, the tendency kadang-kadang sometimes you will provide a lot of content, too much maybe. There's a tendency for that, and I'm guilty of that also. But how much content? And you have 14 weeks course worth maybe. Okay, this one of the things that I would encourage everyone to try to practice. the Pareto principle, 80-20. Yeah, the 80-20 Pareto principle. What's 80-20? So you see, if you have 3 learning outcome, 14 weeks course, think about what are the 20% of the whole course, content of for the whole course that really core. What are core content? What really matters here? By hook or by crook, you must focus on this 20%. The students must get it. Then what happened to the other 80%? The other 80%, you can design it as, it can be like, you have it in the form of small projects. You can have it in the form of small kind of assignment, formative assessment that will cover that 80%, still cover that 80%. But a lot of your focus is actually on the 20%. Because if the student get the 20%, basically they will get it. The learning outcome will be achieved. The question is, how do I identify what is the 20%? You are the subject matter expert. If you have been teaching for 10 years, 15 years, 5 years even, you should be able to see, oh, okay, you should be able to identify that 20%, but still difficult. So now this is where ChatGPT come to the rescue. Just like Ghostbusters. Yeah. Ask ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT, you upload the complete course information and provide additional information as much as you can, and tell ChatGPT, okay, these are my students. I have 14 weeks. Please identify what is the core 20% for me. Try it. Can be done. Then yeah, that's how you can do. Yeah. So when you have identified the 20%, this 20% content that you want to design it in many different formats, diverse type of content. It can be in the form of video, some of them in the form of audio, in the form of assessment. No, there are 3 types of assessment. Assessment of learning, which is exam, assessment for learning, assessment as learning. Then you might want to consider some of your formative assessment as part of that learning. The 80% part, the 80% portion can be part of this. Okay, so assessment can be content as well. So it depends on how you gamified elements. So this visual content, infographic, diagram, audio content, podcast, audio book, video content, your lecture, tutorial, collaborative content, discussion forum, debate, interactive multimedia, just like Dr. Anisa's one just now, simple interactive media, text-based content, ebook, articles, and so on. These are content. So at this point, let me show you in terms of content variety. Let me just finish on content. So as a rule of thumbs, keep it simple. KISS, yeah? Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it light. So example, let me share with you one example of my colleagues in the US, very creative. She used this in the early days, right? At the time, so she used Google Form, very creative, to create lesson, using Google Form to create lesson. Can we do that? Yes, it's the creativity, how it looks like. Everyone knows Google Form, right? Instead of using it as a survey tool or quiz, it is a lesson here. See? Kaedah mengajar murid masalah perkembangan bahasa. So this information about the course, nama pelajar, nombor matriks, arahan. Dalam kuliah ini, This one online, online course. I think this is during the pandemic. During the pandemic, this lecturer designed, use this Google form. Well, she's very creative. She's one of the, I would say, one of the asset to the SM in terms of what she do. Then she has a video here.
Apa maksud dia? Maksud dia ialah kanak-kanak.
Okay. Then next activity. So she blend the video, the content. Then there's always activity based on that content. Not just the video itself, then nothing else. Please look at your online course now. Is it like that? Type of video and nothing else? Yeah. So when you have content, you must always have the accompanying activities around it. So after the video, the student have to answer the question here. Then the next, present the content again, the video, then the activity, then assessment, then another content. So 3 pieces of content, madung balas, submit, finish 1 lesson. Finish 1 lesson. That's how creative is, the person is in designing their course. Okay. So keep it simple, keep it short, keep it light, especially for online. Okay, I will skip this for the time being, this slide. I have what? Okay, very quickly. Switch the slide here. I want to show 1 course here. Mastering qualitative insight for business. Puan Ayu, this one probably relevant to you. Mastering qualitative insight for business. This one actually from a lecturer in Brunei, University of Brunei Darussalam. I'm very proud of her. She won the competition. I think this is a course that she won the competition at UBD micro credential competition, and the same course won the competition organized by Open Learning. I was the jury. I was the panel jury to choose the winner. So by Dr. Afikah here. So this is the homepage. Welcome. Then in this case, the lecturer, the instructor appear in the video. Very personalized, very humanizing. I can see how she looks like, how she talk. I can hear the voice as well. The video come with a subtitle as well. Nice background, outdoor, is indoor actually, but she didn't need to use studio or green screen, very time consuming, very elaborate kind of preparation, no need. Just put the phone, then she recorded. That's what she told me. Yeah. Then she explained, okay, there are 7 modules, flexible learning hours, course information, getting around, simple. Let's look at variety of content. Example of variety of content. So I'm not sure which one. Maybe let's say take this unit. Okay, focus group. So this unit is about focus group. Welcome to focus group. Then she has a video. It's only about 2 minutes video, very short. Then there is a accompanying text. Then there is an infographic here, very nice infographic. Then again, some text. Then time for hands-on session. Yeah, after the content presentation, hands-on. So, and these are the instruction, everything. Then there's another type of video, audio content here, which is in the form of audio podcast.
So, are you ready to
using
dive deep
AI?
Today? Because we're going to unpack something really cool.
Yeah.
The world of focus groups.
Right.
You send over this transcript
Mm-hmm.
of a focus group,
Yeah.
all about dining experiences and
The discussion between two AI characters about focus group, which is the focus of this lesson. So we have a video, we have content in the form of image, infographic, we have audio podcasts, we have quizzes here. Congratulations at the end. Congratulations on completing the quiz. So, okay. So it doesn't actually just she says something at the end of the unit. The only thing lacking here, she okay, she what she should have done is the best practice here is to wrap up and do some kind of debriefing of this particular unit, just like a conclusion, and then prepare student for the next unit, what to expect, what the students will see when they go to the next unit, and what's the connection between this unit and the next unit. I will show how this, another example of how this can be done. Let me show you. This course. Okay, so I have module 1 here. Okay, in module 1, I explain about what the module is about. This module empowers digital leaders with knowledge and so on. Then I present the content, activity. These are activity, then content. Then, okay, this one I don't have the briefing here, but let's go to unit 1 here. Okay, unit 1. Welcome to unit 1. Oh, this one belum masuk unit 1. Okay, this one, the first unit. Unit 1, in this introductory unit, so I set the expectation of the student, what are they going to learn in this unit? Okay, and this foundational knowledge will serve as a springboard for subsequent unit. Then learning outcome, then content, you see? And another good practice is, for every activity that you have, like for example, watching video, you must, you should have an icon, but the icon must be consistent. So next time when the student go to the next unit, when the students see this icon, they know that they have to watch a video. And there must be clear instruction of what they need to do. They need to watch the video, then what else they need to do. So they will watch the video. And then remember, for every content, there must be an accompanying activity. So after watching the video, this is the activity, group discussion. And I make it in such a way that I have a nice graphic, reflect and ponder. So when the student go to the next unit, when they see reflect and ponder, they know this is group discussion. So these are the thing, detailed instruction of what they need to discuss. I don't just leave it open like that. I guide them. It's a guided kind of discussion. Then content, activity, content, activity. This one, another form of variety of content, right? We're talking about variety of content. So I have a video. Then I have a presentation here. Student can click. Okay. Then another activity, content, another form of content. Then activity, another icon, all right, a vision statement. Then another content in the form of presentation. Student can scroll through. Activity, another icon here. Then at the end of each unit or each lesson, I have key takeaways. This is a wrapping up or the kind of debriefing by the instructor about that particular lesson. Then at the end, I congratulate the student and then very briefly say, okay, you have explored the exciting prospect. You have grasped the transformative power of whole, but knowledge without action is potential. Now it's time to shift gears from understanding to action. So unit 2. So this is how I connect to unit 2, and when the students click this and go to unit 2, welcome to unit 2, then I say, okay, in unit 1, because the student come from unit 1 into unit 2, so I start with, in unit 1, you have learned what? And now in unit 2, building upon the foundation of unit 1, you will learn more about this in unit 2. Let's begin. And again, content, variety of content, and so on and so forth. So that's basically, we have only about 12 minutes to show you. When we talk about this, just now, variety of content, yeah. So I have shown you some example there to give you some ideas. Okay, now establish another best practice is you establish your virtual presence. What does it mean? This is part of the social presence and community of inquiry. For asynchronous course, you are not there physically. The students are all over the places, but the students feel that you are always there. Okay, let me just turn on the light. Okay, punyalah nak save energy. Kalau tak ada webinar ni, saya tak on ke light, gelap-gelap lah. Duduklah dalam gelap kan, nak save energy untuk
Terlampau
unit 10.
jimat tu, Prof.
Ya, apa nak buat kan? Kita mesti berjimat cermat untuk unit 10.
Oh, akbar.
KPI,
Alhamdulillah.
KPI.
KPI.
KPI for sustainability.
That's why petang kalau you tengok gelap tu, you tengoklah kot saya ada kan. Okay. So establish your virtual presence ya. Macam mana contoh ya? Contoh macam ni. So student tanya a simple article on basic of rheology. Oh, dia share. Kita galakkan dia orang share bahan-bahan kan. Then kita pun tengok, oh, okay lah, yes, good reading at least lah. Yeah, at least kita kata yes, good reading. At least we appreciate the effort by the student. For us, maybe nothing much. But for students, bayangkan kita dulu student kan. Bila, oh, Prof Karim kata yes, good reading. Oh, he saw that I am sharing here. He saw that I'm making an effort here. It's a big thing for them. So why not kan? Dalam seminggu tu kita carilah masa setengah jam ke 20 minit ke 15 minit ke, tengok yang mana perlu kita respon lah, barulah rasa presence tu. Okay, satu lagi, pay attention to learner engagement and motivation. This is a big topic actually kan. Macam mana dalam online course kita nak keep the engagement, keep the motivation? Susah tapi kita cuba, ada banyak cara. Kat sini lah contoh ya, ada banyak lah buku-buku kita boleh baca. So untuk keep the motivation ni kan, kita kena create ecosystem ataupun create a supportive community kan. So kalau misalnya dalam taman perumahan lah, kalau ada leader dalam taman perumahan tu yang betul-betul dia buat macam-macam aktiviti, bukan apa, nak get people always be together kan. The camaraderie punya apa, camaraderie kebersamaan itu, spirit of kebersamaan. So kita kena create supportive online course community. Contoh macam ni macam mana nak motivation dari tu ya. Kita nampak student ni sangat aktif dalam online discussion, sharing resources, tolong jawab soalan untuk kawan dia. So kita tengoklah, kemudian kita acknowledge. So saya ada in my course dulu, saya ada buat ini, student of the week. Then saya buat satu poster, saya share lah dalam course tu. Congratulations Imam for being the most active student this week. Keep up the good work. Every week saya kena tengok siapa yang aktif. Then kita buat, letak dalam ni. Kemudian tengok kawan-kawan dia, kata, oh, congratulations. Do you think what the student will feel? They will feel that oh, they feel proud. They feel kind of they other students also acknowledge the belonging. The belonging. Small effort from us, from you, to acknowledge the students' effort. take a long, I mean, will take the students a long way, you know, to, I mean, the impact would be very significant. Yeah. Another example here, Brian here, student of the month. Yeah. Dia orang ni dapat t-shirt ni. Saya tak ada gambar tunjuk bagi dia orang t-shirt. Bila saya pergi kelas, next class saya pergi, saya bagi dia orang t-shirt. Custom design t-shirt. 40 ringgit per t-shirt. I invest for this because I want to make the students feel happy, feel appreciated. In the online course, if we don't see the student because they are everywhere, you just send them something in the through the post. They will appreciate it. They will remember this, perhaps forever. Chunk the lesson, make the content like the video just now we saw, short video less than 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, chunking, yeah, because the online students, when we do online thing, and I think we experience ourselves also. We cannot pay attention for that long. The attention span is very short. So knowing that, then why not we do chunking, bite-size kind of content. Okay, break it into manageable segment. So like for example, this one is video-based course on Udemy. All are very short, yeah. 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. Some are quite long. Okay, use synchronous and asynchronous learning activities. Design learning activities for small group and individual. So you have some activities for individual, some activities for small group. Okay, both you have. Then for every content, there must be accompanying activities. Remember that. Don't just content on its own. Yeah. You can use Mentimeter. Yeah. So this is example of group activities. Group activities. And the icon there. Then in bracket, I specify how long they will take to complete this activity. Estimate. Then I put the image there to spice up the presentation. Then this is how in Open Learning, this is how we set up the group discussion. Very nice. Nicely done, nicely presented in Open Learning. Then I am a member of all the groups because I want to go into each group and see what they are discussing. And from time to time, I will interject. I will also participate or maybe correct some of the misconception, everything. So this is all part of the social presence, and how you design it. This is what we call teaching presence. So this is an example of the nice discussion from the participant. So the rest, the feedback, prepare discussion posts that invite responses, question, discussion, reflection. So this is how I design it in my course. Design learning activities for cognitive engagement. Yeah, like debate, things like this. So I will share with you the link to this slide. But be careful. If you have too much content, then we can have this so-called, we can overload the student or overwhelm the student. So we want to avoid this what we call cognitive overload. So this is where the Pareto principle just now, 80-20. Focus on that 20%, the core content. The rest you can do it sparingly. Okay. Because don't focus on covering the syllabus, but empower students to uncover it through the learning activities, the assessment that you design for them. And always remember the constructive alignment. It must always be aligned to the course outcome. So that's it. So my standard slide here, stay hungry, meaning that hungry for knowledge. Thank you for everyone who are attending this session. You are hungry for knowledge, I know. And stay foolish, be innovative, be creative. You can see some example, just now, the difference between one course to another course, given the skill is the same, is actually the creativity of the person. Okay, so stay hungry, stay foolish, according to Steve Jobs, and of course from me, stay strong. Yeah. So with that, I'll give you the link now. I'll stop sharing and let me give you the link to download the slides.
Prof, masih boleh tanya soalan tak?
Ya, boleh, silakan.
Since
Memang
kat
saya-
luar pun hujan lebat.
Itulah, tak apa, saya ada payung, boleh balik.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
The first question is about the arrangement of content.
Before that, Ayu,
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ayu, saya dah bagi link untuk download
Okay.
presentation. Okay. Ya, silakan, Ayu.
Sorry. The first question is about the arrangement of content. If let's say we have, first is about the Pareto, and also we try to avoid the cognitive overload kan. But if let's say we have in one chapter, we have like several sub-chapters, is it advisable like in one page, just in one page, we put everything in there, but we arrange like this is, for example, this is unit 1, and there is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, or should we like have 1.1, 1.2 though, the subunit in another link, so that student will see that the unit, what they see on the screen, they don't have to scroll down, and they might feel like scrolling down long below might give the indicator that the content is long, and will it like discourage them to continue? That would be the first question lah.
Good questions. So we have to kind of strike a balance between how do we kuatnya guru kat luar tu.
Betul ribut.
Semalam pun sama macam ni juga kan. Okay, time for me to cabut balik lah. Okay, yeah. Actually, there's no right or wrong, ataupun there's no rigid rule lah. Basically, we have to kind of strike a balance. Kalau katakan the student have to scroll long macam tadi, actually my archive tadi tu macam tu juga, banyak sangat content, kena scroll ke bawah jauh kan, sampai 2-3 kilometer kat bawah dia kena scroll. So if you think that you can break it up into segment or section, it can be a sub page of that page, ataupun it can be, you can link it up to outside page, so you can provide the link so that the students can have option. If they want to view that content for that particular moment, they can click the link, and the link will open in separate page, so that the student don't have to click the back arrow. They can just close the window and back to the module. So you can have link, or you can have sub page, or sub page, or you can have all the content in one page. But if the content is too much, then maybe scrolling will be taking, the student have to scroll 1 kilometer down before then. So let me illustrate that very quickly. So I have to share the terkejut then. Okay.
She said blackout. She said blackout.
Terkejut then.
Kami dah golap.
Tiba-tiba, betul ke? Blackout ke mana
golap
ni?
dah.
Yeah, semalam BL there, blackout, trip lah. There was a trip in BM there.
Itulah, I pun memang takut I punya komputer, laptop ni trip. But I just want to very quickly share, illustrate.
Kita dah golap dah ni.
Sorry for asking the question, Prof.
No. It's a
I think it's
relevant
good.
and
Actually, it's good for
yes,
us
it's
to
a good
ask question and
question.
then we learn more.
Yeah. Let me
There's
show
nothing to
you.
sorry about.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sorry. I don't have to ampunkan apa-apa. Okay, not good example. Okay, no, come on, mana dia? Banyak sangat. Okay, I'm trying to find one.
Alhamdulillah, dah terang.
Terang lah. Okay.
Dah terang.
Okay, let's see whether I can use this. Oh, dah ada buka dah. Yeah, this example lah. Okay. Yang ni ya, Puan Ayu ya. So macam ni kan. So kita ada 3 section macam ni kan. Habis lah. Tak payah scroll jauh-jauh kan. Habis lah.
Betul.
Tapi macam Ustaz Rusli katalah. Modul dalam modul. So, bila buka ni part 1. Dia ada sub. Kan? Overview of course design.
Ada lagi.
Dalam ni kena ada lagi. Ini link. Bila diklik link ni, dia buka satu page yang lain. Itu
Ada lagi.
Ada lagi dalam ni. Lawak lah ya. Okay. So, begitulah the way we structure it. Jadi kita kena tengoklah, timbang-timbangkan. I cannot say there is a hard and fast rule here lah. Jadi di sini kita kena empathize dengan student lah. Kalau kita tengok macam panjang sangat ni, so mungkin kita kena pecahkan ke apa, kita tengok macam mana. This empathy lah, part of design thinking bila kita design kita punya course tu. Harap itu menjawab partly lah. Ya, Puan Ayu ya?
Boleh. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Yalah, masa pun suntuk kan. Kita nak banyak benda yang kita nak ni pun. Kita yang mana kita sempat je lah. Okay, ada lagi soalan?
Saya ada. Boleh ke tanya lagi satu jelas?
Boleh. Sebelum Puan Ayu tanya, kalau ada orang lain.
Just one more. Why not?
One more. Itu moderator kata one more tu. Dia nak balik tu.
For asynchronous punya case, for example like MC, right? MC, when we offer to the public, it's like once offered is open and anyone can join the course at any time. So meaning that we have different groups of people, different groups of, in a sense, like the duration of these people in the course. So to retain the motivation and engagement, this is about the engagement lah. Maybe for the first like 1 or 2 apa dia panggil half a year, maybe we can be very active with the course, and maybe like for the next 6 months we have another new course that we need to develop, and also we need to deploy the new MC. So the current MC that we have deployed 6 months ago, they have newcomers. So macam nak maintain that motivation and engagement with the students. Bukan kita punya motivation. I mean, there are some newcomers and we need to, like the teaching presence tu kan.
Teaching presence.
How to do that, Prof?
Again, there is no definite easy answer for that, because in order to maintain the students' motivation, and mind you, student motivation ni yang the hardest part to sustain. Not only student motivation, our own motivation as well, and how do we cope when you have more and more students, you have more and more courses concurrently running. So this is where we need assistance. Either we have a small number of students in the particular batch that can assist us voluntarily to kind of monitor the discussion and so on. And maybe we can reward them in some ways. I'm talking about the students taking the course. We can identify a few, or we can invite a few to become volunteer, to help us, to assist us to kind of monitor, manage the discussion, and communicate. This few students that the volunteer can also communicate with us personally if they need us to come in and do the intervention, whatever necessary. So there is one way. Another way, of course, like my colleague last time did, she actually pay her students, graduate students, to help her to monitor discussion and so on. She pay, I don't know how much lah, 10 ringgit sejam ke, I don't know. So it's kind of graduate assistant to help. So these are the things that you have to figure out how to help you to monitor the engagement, the discussion, and so on, so that the students don't feel they are being ignored or not given attention, macam tu. Sebab memang impossible lah bila semakin banyak student. Sometimes I've seen like in Coursera, when they start to have more than, a few thousand students, they start to limit the, meaning it's not open. They open the course for certain session, let's say from this time to this time, then they will close the registration. Then they can focus on that. Then after that they will open again. So they will give a timetable or the schedule when the course open and close and so on. So these are the things that I think if we have a guideline, we can also provide some option to the course developers, to the course owners, the many ways of keeping the attention of the student lah. Okay, Puan Ayu maybe partly orang kata address your question lah.
Alhamdulillah, terima kasih Prof.
Okay. Any more from Dr. Anissa still there? Are you okay?
Yes, Prof. Thank you for sharing. Saya pun banyak belajar dari Prof.
So anything yang tapi Dr. Anissa very good already. So I hope you can keep active, creating new courses lah.
Itulah masa nak cek masa.
Yalah, dah jadi
Tapi
pengarah
yang tu
pula kan.
yang I think I need to improve is yang macam Prof kata tu lah, kena selalu pergi balik and then reply to the interactive comments yang the students bagi itulah, yang tu saya masih belum sempat.
If you cannot afford it, then macam I kata tadi lah, you can get some, I don't know lah kan, student assistant to assist you. Then bagilah dia some incentive sikit kan. Gitu. Alright. Thank you. So ada lagi? Kalau tak ada, saya serahkan semula kepada Dr. Chua.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Prof, for a very good sharing session. I really learned a lot. Okay. So I think thank you for all our participants today. So I think our CAFL staff have shared their the form for attendance and also for evaluation. So make sure you fill up. Our session comes to a close. I thank you everyone, and I'll see you soon next year for our new CAFL events also. Thank you everyone.
Okay. Tak boleh wish happy New Year belum lagi
Belum lagi.
Belum. Okay. Alright. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Terima kasih Prof. Terima kasih Doktor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.